I say, here at Kajun Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, bad credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let them have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome on the Morning Monday show. How is everybody doing this morning? First in the chat to get that pie point today is a Yenzer Picker. How are you doing, Mike? Good to see you at work, listening. Hope to catch some of the show. Good. Don't work too hard. Good morning, James, all the way from Mexico. How are you doing this morning? Everybody's saying hello to each other. Good morning, Tom Cruise in the house. Pam, hello, and welcome. Let's see, Miss Irene, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing this morning? Don't forget to put your links in the chat. Tom Cruise, Veronica, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. Greg from Landshark Picker, hello, good morning and welcome. Also, BMOS, hello, Laura. How are you doing this morning? I'm going to get caught up in the chat here. And Flipping Goodies, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see each and every one of y'all every morning. In recovery or attack mode today, James? We don't know. You got to watch him sometimes. He may have had too many donuts. You just never know if he gets that box at night and eats them all at night. You got to watch out, James, there. Let's see. Everybody's just saying hello to morning to everyone. Susanna, hello, good morning and welcome. I need to find out hopefully that Sandy and Paula doing okay. I heard they've been sick. Lucky Charms Wendy, hello. Patrick, good morning. Hello, sir. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. And I see a couple of people that I haven't seen in a while, but I've seen in other chats. Good morning, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. Let me go ahead and give a few wrenches I see that don't have them. Oh, Drake, hello. I'm giving you a wrench right now, too, before I get too far into the chat. I think I'm caught up on those. All right, let's see. Edward. I'm sorry, just sidetracked because I've seen a few that I know in other chats that I've been watching their videos, and they're coming in this morning. So welcome, and good to see each and every one of you. Upstate Picker, how are you doing today, Toby? Good to see you. Lisa, hello, good morning, and welcome. Ending the show on my morning walk. Cool. All right, let's see. The chat just flew here. Wendy, Bimos, everybody's saying hello. And I think I'm going to go back and check again. Mr. Mac, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. Great videos. I've been watching your videos this weekend. Getting caught up on a lot in my watch list is what I've been doing. Drake has also, Dark has been, he is Jimmy, I believe is his name. And he was actually a guest, and I've been watching his videos, a newcomer in the community. Mr. Edwards, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. And let's see here. Did I miss anyone else? There's James dropping links already. Adam Hartman made. Hello. Venture posted video. Also putting videos out. That is awesome. All right, everyone. Yes, please keep also in your thoughts and prayers for Adam, his wife, Paul Antonelli, and his wife Sandy. They're not they're under the weather, so keep them all in your prayers and thoughts. And give a warm and loving welcome to our new guest for the day. Is Mr. Toby himself. Y'all may know him in the chat. He has posted a few little comments in this chat, and this is Upstate Pickers. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Let's see. Paul and Sandy are really sick with the... Oh, no. I told him this morning they need to go get the hospital. Oh, I didn't know it was that bad. Well, we have to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Lord Jesus. All right, so I want to make sure those who just came in, let me go ahead and post Toby's link in the chat while he gives you a little a summary of himself, how he's doing on his channels, and what platforms he sells on, a little bit about himself while I put his link in the chat.
All right, so basically my name's Toby. I've been a reseller for about probably almost 3 years, probably 2.5 years. My best platform is Mercari. Just started an eBay store. I sell on Amazon as well. As you can see, these little Funko Pops, these are my number one. I usually buy collections and sell these. Like for this one, I paid $35. It's worth $85. You know, I just go to thrift stores. I just started a YouTube channel. Really, I'm just trying to branch out, help people out. And that's really about it. Goodwill, all the thrift stores you could think of, that's where I'm at, sourcing, getting inventory, listing it, and just selling it for a profit. And yeah, that's really what I've been doing for the past 2.5 years. And it's worked pretty well, I would say.
Awesome. All right. So there's a comment here for you from Yenzer Picker. I'm sub to you, Upstate Picker.
Yeah, I was on his live for a couple of times. That's funny. Yeah, I've been to some of his lives that he has before.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see something real quick. I want to make sure that I'm subbed. Yes. Okay. Mr. Edwards, his link is in the chat. I thought I was subbed to you, but now I am number 12.
Let me see. Also, oh yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to AR Edwards, man. That's my boy. We're super cool. He just started a channel. Go subscribe to him, man. He's super cool. I'm
number 12. So again, don't forget to put your links in the chat. I do have Toby's link at the top in the blue box if you have never subscribed to him yet. I want to talk to you in reference to, because when I first started watching your videos, you were doing this thing where before you even hit 100, I did have you as, and y'all may remember him as one of the featured channels I had on when I first started doing the featured channels on the community. Pictures, because of the fact you were doing something really special. And I want you to talk a little bit about that and what made you do that and why you did that portion of your channel when you were just starting out doing your first 100 sub giveaway. I say giveaways, but shout outs. So go ahead and talk a little bit about that and what made you do that and how you came about doing that.
So for me, I think one of the good things if you're starting a YouTube channel out is, like, I've had a lot of social media in the past, but I completely erased all my social media for about 1.5 years. So I had, honestly, no one's going to watch your videos when you're first starting out. You just kind of have to accept that. You kind of have to come up with ways to engage your audience. And I feel like a really good way to grow a channel when you're first starting out is to connect with people. And not only this, like when you're first starting out, you want to help people out and you want to grow, but you have to offer something back in return. You can't say, just subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Like, you have to offer something back. And I thought, like, for me as a reseller, like, being able to put other people's links in my videos, it's almost like an advertisement, you know what I mean? And it's always going to be there. And all they have to do is subscribe. It's a win-win, you know what I mean? And I thought it was a cool strategy. And also, I really enjoyed it. But sometimes, like, I'm not even going to lie, like, a lot of people were sending me, like, I subscribed. I may have left a couple people out. And I know I did a couple. My next video I'm doing this Tuesday or tomorrow, I have, like, a bunch of shout-outs I'm doing. Just for, like, you know what I mean? Like, super cool people have been nice to me. Yeah. But that's really the whole gist of it. Just trying to grow the channel as well as help as many people as I can and, vice versa.
Right. Now, you do have a question here from Bemos. She asked if you do live auctions.
I haven't thought of, like, I really want to do that. My mom's name's Alice. She may be in this chat. But my mom was really inspiring me to do that, but not so far now.
Right. Now, another question I have for you, because a lot of people may not know this, because I've been watching a lot of your videos, especially when you're doing these haul videos. You just came out this weekend with a top, I want to say 5 or 10 of your pointers for resellers when starting out. Yeah. But I've been noticing that you have your children sometimes with you in your videos and your fiance. Talk a little bit about that, because from what I'm gathering, it sounds like she's also in this with you.
Yeah.
What kind of part she's doing with that with you?
So, just to give you guys a little background, so Zendaya, our youngest daughter, was born January 20th. Since, like, I want to say probably 2 months before that, I had to be I was working at like Walmart. I was working like, you know, part-time jobs. Our car broke down, and we really had no other option. So like I would walk and I would buy Ray Dunn cups, right? Have you ever heard of Ray Dunn? It's like, I would say be on the lookout for those. There's these little cups that they sell at Walmart, or not Walmart, Marshalls. And
Marshall. Okay.
yeah, Marshalls. And we used to just go there every morning and buy them, and you can buy them for $5, sell them for 12. And so we just started just doing it as a team. And I would say like I'm probably more like 60%. She's more 40%. Since we have a young child, she's mostly like at the house watching, you know, doing normal stuff, where I'm kind of like all in. I'd say she's 60% all in. And she definitely helps me out a lot. She has her own accounts. She's made like $12,000 this year, you know, just from the house, you know what I mean? So
the next question is, James is saying, down, Laura, down, girl. Toby, if you ever want to do a live, send her an email.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm super open to just coming on like this show right here. I've been waiting to do this for a while, but I kept having to push it off, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I know you were just starting out, and I know when I first started doing and I just got monetized a little later, I started doing the actual community page where I wanted to feature a channel a week. And it just so happened that when you started, that was amazing on how you were taking in anyone who would sub to you. You would basically have them send you an Instagram message with the subscription, and you actually gave them a shout out at the end of your video.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good way to start when you were starting your videos. I want to also say hello to a few other people. Simply Dana just came in. Jennifer, hello, stopping to say hello. Good morning. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Hope you're doing well. Aqua Girl, that's Annette. Hello, Aqua Girl. Good morning. Hello and welcome. Also, if you have not subscribed to Toby, the guest of the day is on the top in the blue box. Go ahead and check it out. He's already over 100. I think he's at like
120 something.
6. So yeah, I know when you first started this morning, I think I looked at it, it was like 123 this morning.
Yeah, I mean, the growth has been like super helpful. Like I've had you, there's another person named Mike, and I think there was some, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I think she was on the show. It was, I don't remember.
Dina?
It may have been. What does she go by? What's her username?
Thrifty.
I don't remember. I don't think it was Thrifty. I know who you're talking about.
Unless you're talking about Kayla.
I don't remember. Like I don't remember, but it was two people that really like gave me a boost, and you're one of them. That's why I had to give you an extra shout out on one of those videos. But
thank you.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say hello to Roman, Anytime Picker. Hello, good morning and welcome. And there is Mr. Mike himself, Nakoma Fines. Hello and welcome. Good to see you. New England Time Thrifter. Hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see each and every one of you. So I know you kept saying earlier, and I do remember this in your videos, where you mainly do Macari, correct?
Well, I would say Macari works best for me.
Okay.
I would say I've made probably 75% of my sales on Macari.
Okay. Good morning, Glamsy. Hello, good morning and welcome. So do you even do eBay?
Yeah, I do. But the thing is,
how long have you been doing both of those?
Honestly, probably for the past like month and a half. But straight up, it was just Amazon Seller Central, and because on Amazon, like I can't even sell these on Amazon because I'm not ungated yet. But yeah, I would say I just opened an eBay store, but I kind of got discouraged because every single person that bought my items were like scammers who like didn't pay, and then I kind of gave up, and then now I'm back in the eBay game. But
every once in a while, y'all gonna be doing some listing live shows.
Yeah, we were talking about that. What even is that? I don't even know what that is.
Well, like right now we're live.
Yeah.
And basically you would have things to list while you're live.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they call it a listing live.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe, yeah. It sounds cool to me.
In other words, hit them up.
Yeah.
So what got you into going into reselling as far as either on Macari or even on eBay? But I did hear and say where you were doing some Amazon. So what got you into doing the reselling part of it?
Well, honestly, it kind of goes back to what I said earlier. I think the biggest thing for me mentally was when I was working a 9-to-5 job. I just wasn't happy mentally. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm not the type of person who likes to be told what to do or you know what I mean? Like I don't even like to wake up early. So like working a job for me, like that wasn't what I wanted for my life. I went to college to be a teacher, dropped out of college. And then kind of like everything lost my job. Like I lost my job in my vehicle. So I really had to come up with an on the fly thing to do. So I went into, this was crazy. I'm actually going to, in some of my videos, have you ever seen me go to Salvation Army? I went in there and I found like a North Face hoodie. No, it was a Patagonia hoodie. And I bought it for $4 and I sold it for like $50. And that was like 3 years ago. It was kind of my first intro. And then ever since then, I kind of just scaled it up as much as I could.
Right.
You know? Yeah. That's kind of like what got me started was really I had no other option. Yeah.
Angie, the Dayton Valley Dale says not much listing gets done in a listing live. I've seen that a lot too. How you doing this morning, Paul? Good to see you. Hello. Let's see here. Lisa. Also, Gina from Key Lime Kisses. Hello. Good morning and welcome. Good to see you this morning. Everybody's saying good morning. Let's see here. If you have any questions for Toby, go ahead and put them in the chat. Make sure you either put the word question in caps or you just put Cajun Roots so I can check it out and make sure I answer them for you. What's up with everybody this morning? That's Toby. Saying hello. That's Mike. Everybody saying hello to each other. So what got you started now into even doing your YouTube channel and what made you come up with the name you came up with?
All right, so let me just be completely honest. I used to make music. I still do. But, you know, I've always been or wanted to do YouTube. You know what I mean? I was super into video games, super into a lot of stuff. But really, I just thought, like, if I'm going to make all this, if I'm going to go to these thrift stores constantly, and I love the YouTuber Harry Tornado. That's one of my favorite YouTubers, as well as Cincinnati Picker. Since I'm from Ohio, I mean, I really love Cincinnati Picker and Harry Tornado. I just watch their videos for entertainment, and I was like, dude, I should probably do that for fun because I thought it would be fun. And eventually, it'll become a second income source or maybe a fifth or seventh income source. But I do it for fun. You know, I mean, I love to make videos, and that's really the main reason why I do it. But
Glammy wants to know: do you sell hard goods on Mercari as well?
What does she mean by hard goods? Like food?
No. Hard goods are more like any hard items, like solid.
Yeah, everything. Like I sell everything on Mercari. But these right here, this is the bread and butter. These are called Funko Pops. You've probably never heard of these. Some of these, these are called Funko Pops. You see it's right there.
Yeah. What's that character?
This is the Thing off of Fantastic Four.
Hot Rocks.
Yeah, like they like I said, they have different editions. Like here's one, The Rock off of WWE.
Yeah.
Some of these, I'm not even joking. Some of these are worth $3,000, and I have a couple in my collection. Well, not in my collection that I'm selling that are individually probably $300 to $500 each. And I usually buy collections of these. So people who are like hardcore collectors and want to get out of it, I'll buy their collection for like 30% of what it's worth and then just resell it. And they just sell like it's honestly ridiculous how it's super huge. And it's been a blessing for me, honestly.
And now Glyman's going to follow up with that. What kind of music do you make?
Music you wouldn't like. Now, all right, so think of like kind of like a rap mixed with like some rock. I would say it's more like I see the comment. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but I live in South Carolina. Okay. I live in the upstate of South Carolina. USC Upstate was a college I was going to go to. That's why I'm upstate pickers.
Yeah.
But no, my music's kind of like, I would say like rock rap type of ordeal. I really love live instruments though, like guitar, piano, live drums, as well as singing and rapping kind of intertwine it. I can send you a link to it if you want to really hear it. But mind you, I do say a lot of explicit words in there, so.
Let's see, anything that's not ending in anything that's not clothing or shoes. Yep. Toby, I got you in the same way with watching Hurricane Tornado and Cincinnati Picker. I think we all did, to be honest with you, because that's why I started watching that. And Lonnie from Shed Flips at the time that he had that channel.
There's another guy who I watch. He does the storage. He buys the storage. I don't know. I don't remember his name. He buys storage containers, or he auctions them.
Oh, you're talking about with a several. You talking about Locker Nuts?
No. He's kind of smaller. He has like 2,000 subs.
Oh, you talking about Mark?
He subs to me. I don't know. I'm not really good with names, but he's super.
I'm not sure. I didn't see him in the chat yet this morning, but usually he's here, and that's what he does a lot of. Did you watch one of his videos where he had that one storage unit where it was all snacks? Is that him?
Yes. Yeah. He's super. I love watching his videos. He's super. I don't know if it's his sarcasm, but he just makes me laugh. So.
Let's see. I keep getting Funko Pops T-shirts from Jamar, Doctor Strange, and guys from The Walking Dead. Awesome. Yeah. Good morning, Perfecting Pearls. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hello. I just spent the last 10 minutes looking for a $10 sale. So great Monday morning so far. Awesome. And if you have any questions for Toby, go ahead and put it in the chat. His link is in the top blue link of the chat. That way you can catch his channel and check out his videos and contents. Also, if you're doing any content, speaking of contents, I do have a new video coming out tomorrow. In case if you have not seen the first one I just put out Saturday, part 1 of my trip to the lake house for the 4th of July week. I did put out number 1 Saturday. And here's number 2, which will premiere tomorrow if you want to set your reminders.
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
Let me delete that part. Because I got too many words in there. There we go. And so this way you can set your reminder for tomorrow. Part 2 is coming out. Part 3 will be the meetup and interview I did with Pete, which will be premiering on Thursday. I'm trying to do all my premieres at 2 o'clock. I already have 4 videos up and ready to go. 2 are already uploaded, and then the rest I just have to finish uploading into YouTube. But Thursday will be part 3, and that will be with me with the meetup I had with Pete from Craigslist Hunter up in Illinois, in Chicago. Good morning, Renee and Paul. How are y'all doing? Renee and Rob. I don't know why I said Paul. Renee and Rob. Hello. Good morning and welcome. Good to see y'all. Also, if y'all doing any type of videos coming up, just go ahead and put them in the chat so everybody can check out and set their reminders. Is it like Tippy Red or something like that? They must be talking about something in the chat.
No, they're talking about an artist. No.
Okay. So give anyone a idea. Like, for example, say we have somebody in the chat, never started YouTube, never started eBay. What would be, and I know you just did a video on the top, I think it was 5 things to be on the lookout for, to be aware of. But give at least a few tips on what they should look for or what you recommend for them to do when they're just starting out.
Okay, so I think if you want to get into reselling, probably most people here probably are resellers. So, but if you're not, you really got to figure out the reason why you want to be a reseller. And that for me, like it sounds super cliche, but like what is making you want to be a reseller, and use that as your motivation. I would definitely say for me, just personally speaking, Macari has horrible customer service, but it has a very, very simple and easy. It's super easy to just take a picture of something, put a title, and list it, and you can list as many times as you want. Download the Macari app. Find anything in your house that you don't, like if it's video games, anything that you don't use, and I would say just list it on there. Just kind of get, familiarize yourself with the platform, and then I would say watch videos like me. Watch his video, watch Johnny's videos, and then you can kind of learn a little bit about what we do, and then just take. I always try to take the best things from people and leave out what they don't do well, that I think, and try to just take good things from everyone. Everyone has different advice, and just take bits and pieces of that.
Andrew wants to know: did you find your daughter's bike?
No. Yeah, I was on it. Yeah, so funny story. You probably don't know what she's talking about, but I've been selling at the Barnyard Flea Market. I met this woman named Tina. She's letting me sell at the Barnyard. Well, while I was at the Barnyard, my wife calls me. She's like, hey, someone stole someone's bike. Now, my front porch is like right there, right? The way our house is set up is weird. Like our front door is our bedroom. Our side door is our front door. So if someone comes on our porch, my window is right here. They stole 2 bikes at like 3:30 in the morning. And I went on Instagram Live, and I was so heated because this is like the 4th time this has happened.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was my daughter's bike. I paid like $200 for it, and I was heated, to say the least. And so we went and got a Ring doorbell, set everything up. So yeah, I mean,
about the Ring doorbells, you can also talk to them while they're at the door.
yeah, it's crazy because like you wouldn't think it, but like you put it here and the camera can see like all the way.
You
It's
can
like
adjust it how far you want to get it to catch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super wide lens. I would if you have anything getting stolen or anything, I would recommend getting. It's $100, but it's definitely worth it.
All right. No, Michael said he thinks he saw the video where you had bought a $250 Funko Pop from your girl for your girl. Now you did buy a couple of those Funko Pops at that one place you went to, didn't you?
Yeah. So the Rey Mysterio pop. Let me just give you background on that. She's a huge WWE fan, like wrestling fan. And I got it as a gift because we like Funko Pops. Like I collect some of these as well. I do sell 90% of them, but I do love to collect them. And I saw this. I was like, I have to get it. And I had no debit card, so my brother had to pick it up for me. And I gave it to her as a gift. I thought this was the best gift ever. And she started laughing and like, she's like, I'm about to sell this. And I was so mad. I was like, how are you going to sell the best gift I ever gave you? But someone offered $500 for it. So, you know what I mean?
Upstates gave me a blessing with the Funko Pop. He's knowledgeable and open.
Oh, yeah.
Last night. Oh, cool.
Yeah. If you guys ever go to your Walmart, there's a Tasmanian Devil Funko Pop. It's a new one for the Space Jam. They're selling for like $18. They cost like $7 at Walmart.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I hate to say this, but I bought like 20 of them. Hate to be that guy, but I had to, and I bought like 20 of them, and like 4 of them sold last night. So
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Also, want to say hello and welcome to Bobby back from Maui. Did a long drive video this weekend we watched in reference to him going to a citywide garage sale. If you haven't checked that out, go back and check that out. But welcome, Bobby. I'm glad you had a great trip. There's the link for the premiere tomorrow at 2 p.m. if you want to set your reminders that I'm putting out tomorrow as part 2. Yes, don't forget tonight at 5 o'clock. It is bingo night on Monday nights on this channel. Dina is my co-host. Anytime Picker says, I have to go back up. This chat is flying. All right, here we go. I am waiting for the Peter episode. That will be out this Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, Roman. I'm almost done, finished editing it. I had 5 videos I already did this weekend. I'm almost done uploading it. But the only thing for me now, what's taking longer is when you're monetized. For some reason, it does take longer to upload them to YouTube because they even do all kind of checks and stuff to make sure you don't have any marks against you before you can even publish it. That's the only thing I like about it. It does take a little longer. So that's why this weekend my goal was to at least do 4 videos. I did 4, and I'm working on my 5th one while that was uploading and editing. I also did 20 listings this weekend. We are editing a total batch yard sale trip. Yeah, so I'm going to have at least the next, like I said, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Thursday at 2 o'clock, and Friday at 2 o'clock. And the one Thursday is going to be one with Pete. We'll be out this Thursday. So don't miss it. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Good. I want to say Marcus. Am I correct, Marcus? Dixon Pickens. Hello. Good morning and welcome. I hope I said the name right. That's Paul. That's our job. That's I want to say everybody's name but his. James. He loves doorknobs, but the clear glass ones is the better ones he likes. If he gets the wood ones, he gets too many splinters. So good to see each and every one of you, everyone. If you have any questions for Toby, he is the guest for this morning. It is in the little blue box above. If you have not checked out his channel, it is there for you to go ahead and check it out. Also, don't forget to hit the notifications. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications when you do check out. Remember, if you go to somebody's link in the chat and it's red, that means either 1, you lost a subscription, or 2, you're not subscribed. Change it to gray and you will be subscribed. Hello, Adam Exploit. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. Good to see you. Go through some more subscribers. See, vacations didn't list for 10 days. Ouch. Did 100 records. It was a record for me in a day. Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah.
Just sub to all the links today. That is awesome. Glammy says, we have a Ring doorbell Love to freak me out when I'm taking out. Yeah. I went to a lake house, and my sister-in-law went there this past weekend because she had a class reunion. And it freaked her out because we were talking to her on the door. Yeah, that was pretty fun, though. Yeah, you can definitely talk. You can be anywhere and still talk to them. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Wrestler fan, Tom Cruise. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Good morning, Thrifty Junker. Hello, Dina. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. This chat is flying on me here. Ooh, well, yeah.
Shout out to Amputee. I really like his videos.
James, yeah. He just did another one this past week.
Yeah.
This weekend, too. He did a live.
I'm pretty sure he's in Mexico as well.
Space Jam is doing really well, at least for... Oh, wow. Need to get dig through the storage units. James is posting the bingo for the night. I am 20 away from 500. Don't forget to put your link. That's right. Making sure there's no questions, whether you have fun or not. Yes, exactly. If you have any questions for Toby, go ahead and put it in the chat and either put the word question or add Cajun Roots so I can see it, so I don't miss it. Everybody's saying hello. Smash the like button. That is free. Roman, we have to move. Okay, that's talking to each other. Warcraft, hello. Good morning and welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yes, it's Marcus. Good. I'm trying to remember people's names, especially when y'all kind of new to the channel and y'all just coming in and see y'all for a couple of times. I am trying to without cheating on a list of some kind. So far, so good. Every year, Spirits comes out with a horror pop figure. I didn't know that. Last year was Sam and Hocus Pocus. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think I have the Hocus Pocus one. But let me tell you, I sold it for way less than $75. I sold a bundle for like $35.
So are you doing better with the bundles or are you doing better with singles? Are you just keeping up with
honestly, it depends on who's trying to buy it from me because, like I said, I just started selling these in person. And it kind of went crazy because like I took the worst pops I had and I made like 300 or not 300. I made like $190 over the whole weekend just for like 4 hours. So I would say people like, this is a good tip for anyone who's buying stuff like, or who wants to sell stuff. Just try to get stuff that you would think other people would be, click with emotionally. Like Harry Potter, Star Wars sells really well for me. Anything that people like, oh, I love that. You know what I mean? That's what you want to try to have in your inventory, not a bunch of busted up VHS tapes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like this. This thing doesn't even work. I bought it.
What is it? A VHS?
Yeah, it's a VHS, Teenage Mutant Turtles, but it doesn't even work. So,
all right, I'm trying to pull up something real quick because I see Wendy posted the link in there.
Wow.
All right, let me get this set up. I was asked to show this, and I was supposed to do it Friday, but I with the busy show that we had, but I didn't get the. When somebody sends, just to let y'all know, if anybody sends me a link to share on the morning show, and it happens to be on someone else's channel, I will not publish it or put it on the morning show until I get a notification from that person, letting them know that is it okay for me to show this on the morning show. And so that's why I didn't get to do it Friday, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now because I did see where Wendy did post the link. And so I'm going to share my screen and share this quick intro with y'all for something that was done for Wendy for this coming up. So let's watch this real quick. And this is for Wendy and their fundraiser they're doing.
Well, hello there, you out there in YouTube land. My man Jarhead Entrepreneur is hosting a little fundraiser, a little charity event, that's right. It's going to be a little auction. Now, not just any type of auction. Oh, no. This is going to be a fundraiser, a little charity event, if you will, that's right. Now, here's the details. It's going to be July 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what is the fundraiser about, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. Lucky Charm Wendy's main man, Bob, he needs an O2 concentrator. Now, why does he need this? So he can get out and be more mobile. That's right. So he can go to the grocery store, church, or just spend some time with his main squeeze, Lucky Charm Wendy. That's right. Go for a night walk. Get that mood on. So we need your help. How, you may ask? Well, that's pretty simple. If you got things that you'd like to donate, or just be a part of the auction, make sure you let Jarhead Entrepreneur know. Either that or Lucky Charm Wendy. They will get you all the details. Now again, this event's going to be July 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. on the Jarhead Entrepreneurs channel. That's right. So write it down. Put it in your calendar. I'll be there. Will you?
All right. Yep. So there is the clip. I didn't get to play it Friday because, again, I always want to make sure that when somebody sends me a link, I want to make sure that that person, if it's on their channel, has that approval, because I don't want to just do it and then get somebody upset. So there's the link. Also, Wendy just put the link in the chat. If you want to set your reminder or reach out to them and be part of it, you can do that. And also, Adam, if you would put your link in the chat for your special you're doing for helping with your wife. If you want to get the Funko Pops, what kind would you recommend? Okay, if you wanted to get into Funko Pops, what kind would you recommend for a new reseller?
So there's an app. It's called Pop Price Guide.
Mm-hmm.
It's an app that allows you to go over this a little again. There's a little barcode right here. It allows you to scan the barcode, and it tells you the estimated value based off of all the sales from online that it tracks on every single platform. I would recommend getting older pops way less than what they're worth. And the way you can do this is go to Facebook Marketplace, go on Craigslist, and you could buy an entire collection. And you could buy pops like this guy right here is at Walmart, and it sells for like $30. And you could pay $7 for this, you know what I mean, and make that profit. I would definitely recommend getting older ones that someone's trying to get rid of.
Now, what was the link you said? What website they need to look at?
It's called, I'll type it in the chat.
Yeah.
Pop Price Guide. It's kind of like it's a general rule of thumb for the average value of the particular pop you're looking at. But like I said, really Walmart, Hot Topic, Box Lunch, there's FYE. They all sell Funko Pops, and sometimes their exclusives go up in value. But definitely try to look out for the older ones, because sometimes people don't know the value of them, and you scoop them up and make a lot of profit. That's what I would definitely recommend.
All right, so what's called the Pop Price Guide.
Yeah, that's just a website to where you can, if you could scan it on the barcode, and it'll tell you the value and what it's selling for.
All right, Veronica, he just put it in there, and there it is right there. It's called the Pop Price Guide. Hello and good morning to each and every one of y'all for coming in. Facebook Marketplace is good if you can find good deals. I have to say that is a true statement, because I have gotten in touch with someone now this was before the pandemic had started. I did 2 major buys with that person. And I have to say I'm almost done with everything I purchased, because it was all wrestling figures, brand new, sealed in the packs. I have very few left of that one, and I'm getting ready to list the second batch of stuff I purchased from them. And so, yes, they can be popular. This
guy right here is super popular as well, Bray Wyatt. He goes by this is like a WWE action figure.
Oh, okay.
But he just in general, he goes by the Fiend, and he sells super, like, people go crazy because with the pandemic and everything going on, like, you really can't find anything in stores. So if you do find it, the markup, I mean, it's there to make money.
I didn't know he had a Funko Pop.
I have one right there.
I call it Smith's Creek. I know what it's really called, but yeah.
I have one of them. So, yeah, it's right there.
Let me see it.
Moira, I don't even know what this says. My wife bought this. Moira Rose.
Oh, that's the wife.
Like I said, I'm the most. Yeah,
look at the back of it. David is the son. Yeah, that's the other one right there. Yep.
Yeah. Like, I'm so funny because I will buy stuff that no one will think, but I won't even know what the show is. I just know its value. And like, same thing with movies and other stuff. Like,
and also keep Julia in your thoughts and prayers. She's going to have jaw surgery this Wednesday. Of course, she's nervous about it, but keep in your thoughts and prayers, please. Go on, James.
Yeah, that is true. There's a Funko.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, definitely keep in your thoughts and prayers. There's a Funko Pop for every. Yeah, I know, but I didn't even think about that when you said that in the chat. Because we watched every episode. I really love that show, and so yeah, that was a good show, and I should have known that they would have had a Funko Pop for everybody. Right. Let's see here. Bought some J's and Vans, new Nikes for $65 on Facebook Marketplace and $120 on. Oh wow, that is awesome. Yeah. Also, if anyone has any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. The word question capitalized, or just put at Cajun Roots, and I'll go ahead and answer it when you ask it when you put it in the chat. Now, one of my next questions is, what is the best flip you've purchased, wherever it may be, the cheapest price you paid for the highest return that you sold it for? How much and what it was?
I don't know. Like, I have two. One I would say is a fluke, and the other one was a fluke as well. So the one I paid 50 cents for a Scooby-Doo stuffed animal. He was like 4 feet tall, and I like to list constantly. Like, I have like, for me as a reseller, I have to. I feel bad if I don't list at least 40 things a day. That's my goal, at least 40 things a day minimum. And so I just list this as like I'm on 37. What can I list type of ordeal. And I paid 50 cents and it sold for like 120, right?
Wow.
And then I had a Funko Pop. I want to say it was an autographed Funko Pop, right? And apparently the COA, the certificate of authenticity, I don't know why, but I didn't ship it. Here, I'll show you this one.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of them coming in with those lately.
This is like a Chucky Pop that's autographed by Alex Vincent.
Did you just buy those?
Yeah. Like, it doesn't have the COA because it was signed in person where I live, right?
Uh-huh.
So I sold, I don't remember exactly. I think it was like a Star Wars, I think it was like a Han Solo Funko Pop, right? And I sold it for like $280. And he requested a return because it didn't have the COA, right? So I was like, okay, that's completely fine, whatever. But with Macari, you have 7 days to return an item. He didn't return it within the 7 days, so I got rated for it. And then somehow, like a month later, it just popped up in my mail. So I'm like, that's weird. So I listed it again, and I sold it for the COA, so I sold it for like the same price. I don't know what happened there. That definitely wasn't supposed to happen, but I made like $500 off of one pop. So that was probably my craziest ordeal. But yeah, I mean, definitely with Macari, if you have issues, like, you got to be on it. Like I always record when you're boxing stuff up, because I've had buyers buy $300 worth of Funko Pops and send me back like not empty boxes, but they'll send back ones that are worth like $10, and they'll keep my items. So you always got to be careful with that as well. I thought I should throw that out there because.
Well, the thing you said about Macari, why did he send it back? Did you give him a refund?
No, like, for example, on Macari, right?
Mm-hmm.
The buyer has 7 days to return an item once the return is approved.
Right.
He never sent it back. And then,
you still kept the money. They were still able to keep the money.
Yeah, I was able, their terms of service allow them. Like, that's why I really like it, because like on eBay, like, I sold a DVD, and then like 2.5 months later, I get like a chargeback saying, "Oh, it doesn't work at like 51 minutes and like 36 seconds." Like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Macari doesn't allow that. It's 3 days after someone buys something, and then it's over with. So it was like 15 days, and like they just released the funds to me because he didn't return it. Right? You can't request a return and keep it. And then apparently somehow he did send it back. So I assume they refunded him, but that's kind of one of the that's why I said it was kind of like a fluke, because I didn't expect to make that much money. And I paid like $25 for the pop.
Well, James says, did you get an email from Macari letting you know that you finally received that item back?
Well, yeah. Well, the way it works is they're supposed to automatically release the funds, right? And the buyer's constantly messaging you saying like, "Hey, can you?" Or not the buyer, the seller's like, "Hey, can you rate this item? Can you rate the item?" Right? Well, Macari. Oh wow,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So basically, man, you got to be on them. You have to message them. Like I said, their customer support's horrible. I didn't even think of anything. I thought like, dude, like, I'm just gonna resell it. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. If this happens to you, like, say you return an item and you do send it back, like, never, like, when you go to the post office, always get a receipt. Don't be the person who just like puts it to the side and they're like, will you scan it? And they're like, yeah. Because when packages go missing, you have no proof of that. And if you have that tracking on the receipt, you're good to go, and they'll refund you for however much you say it was worth.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's kind of just protect yourself at all times type of ordeal.
Now, even if you have a list of things and you buy a lot of them, or you package a lot of things and you're shipping out a whole bunch, make sure you also can do a one sheet label, where it's called the scannable label sheet, that it'll actually give you one-time scan at the post office. When they do that, all the rest will be scanned. I did it twice already because I was kind of leery about it, and I didn't know how or what to do about it because I've been hearing a lot of problems with that, but it seems to be working. I've done it already for the last 2 weeks, and it seems to be working to where once I get home and I check all the scans, they all went through. So that is something you might want to think about too if you have multiples, because that also helps your postal clerk to scan just one thing instead of all of them. Just got back. Say yes, hello. Make sure the light up, the thumbs up. All right, thank you so much. I got scanned on Macari. I bought a pair of Jordans, and the guy sent me a box of dirty clothes. Oh no, he didn't. Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean that can
wrong.
happen. Always record. Like if you're buying something like an iPhone or something super expensive, collectible, like just record it. You know what I mean? And that's rule of thumb. Like if you record it and send it to them, like they will reimburse you. I've had that happen a couple of times.
Patrick says, "Wait, you specialize in Funko Pops?"
I wouldn't. Dude, the funny part is like I really don't specialize in them. I just sell them because they make me a lot of money. But yeah, if you do your research, you can easily learn about them. There's the Funko Shop website that they sell exclusives on there. I'll put it in here. Funko
now,
Shop.
does Macari give you an ability to get a scan sheet when you have multiple items in a day?
I don't even know. I've never even heard of that. I know you're talking about it, but no. You just have to individually. Yeah, let me see that, because I know I have to individually like print out labels like this, and then just stick them onto the package.
I'm just going to show the sheet, but I need to cover my address because I just realized it is on here. But basically, what I do is before I go to the post office, I get a scannable sheet, and you can do this within your. Let me just cover this part because I didn't realize it had my address on there. All right. So, for example, once you're done and you get all your labels done for the day, like in this case, I had 9 in the same day. It'll break it down into first class, priority, international, all the whole 9 yards. And basically, right here at the top, it's a sheet that you basically print out, and it's a confirmation accepting notice. Once you do that, at the bottom, there's a scan code. The Postal Service will scan this.
And it scans all the items.
All these items will be within that scan.
That's super time. That saves a lot of time.
And you'll get
I'll
one
have to figure
receipt.
that out.
And you'll get one receipt of that scan bar right here showing that it was accepted. That way, everything you have on the sheet is everything you did for that particular day or that particular time. For everything you did scan on any items that you did a label for, when they scan this portion right here, that'll accept everything you have on this list.
And you do that at the USPS.com?
You do it in your when you're doing your labels in your label section.
Man, I don't know if Macari or eBay does eBay do that as well.
I do that on all my orders.
Okay.
If I have more than 2, I'm putting one of those out. Yeah. Well, because at the post office, if you think about it, I go to the post office every day because I'm only 2 minutes away. So every time I go to the post office, usually, depending on how many I have in a day, like this one I had 2, I just scan them all in. I don't get a scan bar, so I'll get each one labeled within the receipt. So that does help not only your postal clerk, because they don't like that when you go in with that, because I had some people that I see bring these large bags to the post office, and then people have to scan each one of them. Whereas they tell me how they love the sheet when I bring it like that because it helps them a lot.
I never thought of that, but I'm going to have to try that out, man, because I'm that person with the huge bag, and there's a beep scanning everything.
Good morning, Paul, Value Reseller. Hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. So, yeah, that does help them. And, of course, it gives you more of a little bond with them because they like to see that you are helping them out of the same way. Yeah. By the way, Patrick is looking for an Elvira rock candy figurine, if anybody knows and has one. I have a rock candy one, but it's not Elvira. I already sold that one. Sorry. That was before we knew you were looking for one. He's telling everybody hello. I will be there. There we go. Do mini pops do okay for resellers? I have a Doctor Who, which Veronica already claimed it for that for her, but it was something I came across in a Goodwill bins. I didn't know they made.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like I can't give you off the top, but like Doctor Who does sound like something that would be worth something. But like I said, there's a barcode on the bottom, and there's a Funko app, which is their website, and there's Pop Price Guide, and you can just scan the barcode. It'll tell you its trending value, almost like Google Trends. It'll tell you like Pop Price Guide. It takes all the sales from eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Etsy, Amazon, and it puts it all into like one category. And it gives you, it's like a general rule of thumb for collectors or resellers or buyers. They kind of base that number off of negotiation. That's where I would say you base your negotiation off that number, and up or down. Sometimes like I'll have a pop that's worth $15 PPG value, but I'll sell it for $45 because someone really wants it. Right. So it really just depends, but there's a lot of nuances to anything you sell. You know what I mean? And you just kind of have to figure this out.
And Roman says it too. You can always bring them all and get them all at the UPS, the post office. But again, that's also some things that you can always help. Not only your transaction go faster, but again, I'm just starting that out because I've been hearing a lot of horror stories that somebody got a scan in, but they didn't get all their items scanned. I don't know what's going on with that, but for me, I only live 2 minutes away, and it gets me out the house. To where I can go to the post office. Don't forget tonight, Dayton Valley Deals and Yenser Picker do their lives, and tonight will be Backroad Bidder Chuck. I will be on the 2nd, I think it is, or the 1st of next month. The first Monday of August. Let's see here. Everybody saying thank you. Where did I go? Oh, yeah, Nakoma Fine says, Michael says, with eBay, it's nice. The post office scans that barcode and checks everything in it and I love it. I do too. And I just started using it because, again, I did hear of some people having problems, but I haven't since I started it. So, and again, you can always check it out and see if it works for you. It might not work for everybody, especially if you're leaving them on your front porch for a pickup.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's mostly where people are having problems with it not being scanned. The post office I go to did not want it. Said I did rather scan each one. Okay, then it's all within your post office. That's just something you may want to check out with them. But yeah, it seems like they like it because I just started doing it and they love it because of the fact that it gives them one scan and it's all there. Also use the self-service machine at the post office and scan your items there, and you scan your sheet. That's true. And each place is different. Great, Johnny. Now I can get the song Elvira stuck in my head. Well, Patrick is looking for that figurine, and I know it's been a while that we've been asking for it, so I figured I should give him a shout out. I scan at the self-service machine so I get a receipt. That is awesome. And not every place has it, but yeah.
Yeah, like mine doesn't have that. So
yeah, and then again, every post office is different.
Yep.
Like we have 3 of them, but each one is different.
Yeah.
Channel. Make sure you put your links in the chat so that everybody can check out your channel. The Rock Candy line is a bigger, more detailed in the pop line. Okay. Yeah, I only have one left, and it's not the one you're looking for. I'm sorry. I sold that one before he even started asking for it on the Holadala. Good morning, Dawn from Dawn's channel. How are you doing? Check it out. Don't forget, Dawn does auctions on regular basis on her channel and with other people. So check out her channel and see what she's got to auction off. Self machines at post office is always down. Yeah, and every post office is different. In Mayberry? Tony like in Mayberry. Oh, in the town of Mayberry. Okay. I bring them cookies. I do that as well, but also every now and then we'll bring them like a tray of sandwiches from like the deli and things like that. You want to make sure you treat your postal clerks as good as you can because they are the ones who make sure you get your packages. So yeah, I do that more than just Christmas. I do it throughout the year. And you want to do that every now and then. I'm not saying you have to, but it's just something that goes really well hand in hand when you're doing something like that for your postal clerks. I don't use the bulk scan sheets, but I have several sellers tell me that eBay won't honor the scan. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. I do auctions and sales on my channel. Don't forget to put your links in the chat then so that others can check out your channel, especially if you're doing different types of things so they can set up the reminders. All right. Before I open the chat, open the stream to the chat, I would like you to go through one more time. And remember, his link is at the top in the blue box. If you have not signed up or checked out his channel or subscribed to him, it's Upstate Pickers, Toby, and there's his link in the blue box above. So give everybody a basic, again, like a little intro of your channel, what you do, and what are your goals for not only your channel, but also your reselling business.
Yeah, so basically, the goals for my channel is just to grow it as much as I can to help as many people as I possibly can. I love creating content. And don't get me wrong, like I love selling Funko Pops, but like if I could show you guys my rack over there, I sell everything. This is just something that I use as a streamline. My goal for my reselling business is this year to make at least $70,000. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about how much money they make, but for me, I'm probably halfway there through 6 months. Like last year, I would say I made like $25,000 in profit, right? For a whole year. This year, I'm already past that within like 5.5 months. So really, I really want to grow that. And for me, I've always been about helping people. I want to be a teacher. That didn't work out, but this is kind of another avenue that I want to take, is to help you guys grow with you guys. Just come on, kick it, just talk a little bit. But yeah, like I said, like I sell video games and all types of things. And if you ever want to learn how to, I would say the best tip I can give you guys is find a product that like you can get multiple of and create like a baseline for your store. For me, I'll give you guys I can't believe I'm giving this away, but this is something that I feel like can really help you guys. Go to Alibaba.com. You can buy official Apple phone chargers, the official Apple phone chargers on Alibaba. You can get like 7,000 of them for like $200. You can sell them on my car for like $6 or $7. Use Prime Lister to auto list them, and you could just auto list like 700 chargers per day, and you can make $80 a day doing that. There's a huge tip. I just gave it to you. That's
okay, go back and talk about that, because I heard you talk about it in your video. What is that the thing you just talked about listing?
Prime Lister. So basically, anyone that sells on multiple platforms, right? I always say, instead of individually going in there, if you have multiples, like I sometimes get 10 of the same one, right? Prime Lister it's free for 30 days, and I think it's like $20 a month. It allows you to list multiple items on different platforms through automation. You just go in there, you sign into all your platforms, and it'll cross list for you. It'll set times for you. For example, like I like to list at 9 o'clock in the morning, 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m., right? Well, you can go into Prime Lister and set automations where it will automatically list those items for you, to where, you know what I'm saying? Like you could, because as a reseller, honestly, your time is everything. How you spend your time is that's how your life is going to, you know what I mean? Like you want to save as much time as possible. And so this is a way to combat, time restraints. For me, like I have kids I got to go pick up, wrestling practice, stuff I have to do that's prioritized over that. This is a way to combat that. And honestly, it's worked wonders for me. You'll make sales that you would not have made otherwise. I definitely recommend it. It's called Prime Lister. Now, there's a lot of them out there, but this is the one that works best for me, I would say, for sure.
Now, this does bring me to the next question, where Roman talked about, don't forget the pop protectors. What is the deal about that, and when should you do a pop protector on a particular Funko Pop?
You know what? I'm about to give – maybe I could get sponsored one day. I would recommend – I'm going to type it in. It's called EchoTech. That's my favorite pop protector. Basically a protector here. Let me try to give you guys one to show you what it is.
And then there's several types.
There is. The difference really is how thick it is. This is just generally rule of thumb. Let's see if I have any in there. I don't have any behind me. But this is what you put onto you put the pop inside of here, so it protects it, right? But I always say, if you're going to ship these, I put every single Funko Pop I've ever sold into one of these, because it's almost like a shipping protection for me, because people who buy these are super, super picky with the condition. And these EchoTechs, they're on Amazon. I have like a coupon code that I usually use, and I can get 100 of them for $40 shipped. So it's like, like 40 cents a piece. And I factor that into my cost, as well as if you check out my latest video I go into like the boxes I use. I get 8x6x4 boxes off of eBay. I get 200 of them. They cost like $40. Normally I don't use what is it? I usually use first class labels because it's under £1.
Right.
I don't usually use priority shipping labels. Yeah, and I use pirate ship, and most times I do free shipping. And under like I think Funko Pops like this one right here is 8 ounces with the box, with the bubble wrap, with the protector. It's like $3 to ship. So me doing free shipping, I always add the protectors, the boxes, and all that into my cost, and then I mark it up how you should.
Glammy says, P.S. Is anyone selling rainbow high dolls? My granddaughter's birthday is coming up, and if you can hit me up on Instagram, and there's her Instagram title. Check it out and see if you got any for her. Prime list over. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, like I said, like for me, that's the first one I ever heard of.
Oh, hammock.
Yeah,
I've been hearing that lately. Hammock has been a popular one too for that.
Yeah, I really like Prime Lister. It allows you to. I don't think the other ones allow. Maybe I'm wrong, but this one allows you to set automations for your like. If you have stale listings, it'll delete it and relist it for you. I think that's super helpful to put it at the top of the search results.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I mean, I heard you talk about it in your video, but
yeah,
I basically list. I don't list the same thing on each platform. I do list different things on different platforms.
Well, like I said, Mercari like is a lot different from eBay. I feel like eBay is like the yard sale of Amazon, so to speak. That's just how I view it. Mercari is like similar, but more like more expensive items sell faster. I feel on Mercari.
Right.
Yeah, especially electronics.
Let me get the link, and I'm gonna go ahead and open the chat to those in the chat. If you want to come on and talk, support or promote your channel, anything you have special coming on, there's the link. I'm gonna go ahead and replace that with the one I have now. And there's the link to come on the StreamYard if you wanted to come on in. Don't forget to join me tomorrow. I will be doing this premiere tomorrow for part 2. And this is where I also had, I was most of the day in the morning with Brandon, the Lego Man of the Midwest. That came out Saturday's video, part 1. This is going to be part 2 that's coming out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. I will be joining me for the premiere tomorrow. That'll be part 2, and that'll be with not only Lego Man of the Midwest Brandon, but also Angie from Dayton Valley Dales. That is that video there that's coming out tomorrow at 2. I'm almost done finishing up the one for Peter from the Craigslist Hunter. I have to keep looking at his sticker because he's right here on my wall back here. And so that's coming out Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. All my premieres this week are coming out at 2 o'clock. And so I do have some already ready to go. I have one more left to finish for Thursday, and then I got to finish up the Friday one and have it ready for this week for premieres. So those are already scheduled. Definitely check it out. Today's guest is also Toby. He is the Upstate Picker. Y'all may have known him as had him as one of the featured channels of the week on the community page of the channel. Also, if you want to be part of the YouTube group, here's the link for that. If you want to post to your videos, anything coming up, you're more than welcome to post them on that link. If you want to reach out to me on any social media, I do have some spots available this month as a guest. I would like to support and showcase your channel. If you have not been or you want to become again a guest for the morning show, there's the link. Reach out to me. That way I can get you on in the morning show and basically do like we're doing every morning, showcase your channel as well as talk about what you do. And you just never know. We promote your channel. Instagram, and I saw Mark came in. Don't forget to check out his channel. He does a lot of moon pie videos. I'll be right with you, Beamos. I'm trying to get through these comments real quick, and I'll be right back with you. And we also have Katie. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Make sure you do put your links in the chat so that others can check out your channel in case if they're not subscribed. When you go to someone's link, if it shows that it's in red, change it to gray because that means you're not subscribed or that you lost your subscription to a channel. Just resubscribe. Make sure you set all the notifications so you won't miss out. Adam says mine price plus $5 coupon. So what's going on with you, Laura? What you got going on your channel this week, or is it on your channel?
It's on Melanie's channel this week, and we are up to doing 4 auctions a week now because we're crazy. So we do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, all of which will be on Melanie's channel. Tuesday and Fridays are with Marion. She is with us for those 2 days. Monday and Thursdays, we have open. We like to have on guests. So that's an open invitation for anybody. All you got to do is email me or Melanie, and we will book you on one of our shows.
Now, are y'all doing the whole week on one channel and rotating the channels?
Yes, because that way it's easier for everybody. So this entire week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, is on Melanie's channel. And then next week it will be my channel for the 4 auctions.
And then the ones that you're doing for guests, what days are those?
We will do guests on any of those days, but we especially have openings because it's just Melanie and I on Mondays and Thursdays.
All right. You heard it here first. Adding it on to y'all. If you want to get in touch with her, go ahead and reach out to her. Don't forget to put your link in the chat and or your email, how they can reach you so they can get on your channel with you and Melanie.
You bet. I will list everything in the chat.
Yeah, that way they can get the link and save it. Especially if you have the thumbnails already done. That's the best way to save your links. The hogs are YouTube newbies, but the really great couple. Check it out. There's a link. And, of course, we have Mr. Cool from California and Mr. Tom Cruise.
Good morning. How we doing?
Good morning. How you doing? Glenn, hello. Good morning and welcome. How are you doing this morning?
Hey,
Just
Tom.
waking up?
Hey, Beamos. How are you? Hey, Toby.
I'm fine.
Good
What's
to
up,
see
man?
you, Glenn.
Oh, man, living the dream, brother.
So how was the weekend?
Gary and I's auction did pretty good. We had a marathon to go up against, but I think we did pretty well. There was a 24-hour marathon on another channel, and Gary and I, we just said, you know what, we're just going to keep it rolling, and we had a great room, a lot of great sales, and we missed you, Johnny.
I know. I was in bed early. Oh, Lord, I was tired. Yeah, midnight then. Adam wants to know, where can we get the 40 cents price on Amazon? The best I can find is $55. I'm not sure what that's about.
He's talking about these protectors. You have to have like coupons. Like I know if you buy certain things, like Amazon will give you like discounts and stuff.
Mhm.
When I bought them like I think 3.5 months ago, and I paid it was like $40 shipped. I don't know if it's what the price is now, but I'm sure there's some way you could like you try using honey. I don't know, but I know there's if you could find coupons to get it lower than 55 for sure.
Now, the item you were talking about earlier, was that the type of protector for the Funko Pops, or is that
I think it's both. It's Ecotech, like it's like environmentally friendly, and it has like a plastic film that you could take off. You take this film off.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I'm saying, because your fingerprints are gonna get all over this, right? So it comes with this film. This is like 0.55 millimeters. So it's rather big. Like Funko, like their actual company who makes them, it's like 33. So this is a thicker one.
Now, do you recommend leaving that the protector over it as well before you send it out, or you have to take that off?
The film, I always leave it on because when you're handling stuff like that, like this will easily pick up your fingerprints, and you do not want someone to have something that's like they're going to put on their shelf with your hands all over. You know what I mean? So this is just another way to keep it like, you know, it looks bad in the pictures, but I always say it has a plastic film that you could take off to make sure this box is nice and shiny. And it doesn't have
Roman says they also sell them on eBay. Good morning, Mel, Castlevania Reseller. Hello, good morning and welcome. Adam says, I'm okay now. I'm $60 plus a $5 coupon.
There's other brands you can get, but they may be a little more expensive. Also, if you go to Alibaba and you can find manufacturers who make those, you can get them for not even like you can get them for like 7 cents, but you have to buy a lot of them. And I haven't got to that point. Like you have to buy like 4,000 of them. I mean, you know, but you'll save a tremendous amount of money doing that.
Right. And what you got going on this week, Tom, on your channel?
You know what?
Mr.
I'm gonna
Cool
push
J
a
over
little
here.
bit more, push some more video content. I got some more footage recorded. I got some good stuff to share, but I think Gary and I are going to take a little hiatus this weekend. It's possible that we may do a pop-up, but there's some family commitments that are coming up this weekend.
Right.
We have to honor those things. We can't be, playing in the warehouse and auctioning every single weekend. Our wives just ain't going to have it. So, yeah.
Family time is always important when you have to take and cut back on something. There's nothing wrong with it, because I tell you one thing, your family might not be with you all the time, but you want to make sure as much you got. What you going to show us over there? What you got?
Yeah, and I got my McDonald's coffee. And significant others demand it sometimes. And when they do, you got to
do what you got to do. That's right.
You got to do it.
And that's something you have to plan in your time too, because even though you're working, whether it's an auction or you're selling online or any platform or you're making content, you do have to cut back sometimes and spend that time with your loved ones, because that's the time you will never get back.
I mean, my wife says, Tom, you could be doing this all day, every day. And she's right. I'm just crazy that way. I could just be doing this so much, but I always remember, got to get back to what makes everything work. Got to keep a good balance.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's a margarita party this Saturday, counting at 20 something.
Well, margaritas? What?
Who's got margaritas?
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
James.
I'm assuming it's you guys. I wanted to ask, how, for YouTube people, how do auctions work for you guys? I'm interested in doing them, but how do they work? What are some tips you can give everyone, and as well as how profitable are they? Like, what is your, like, what's some general rule of thumbs that you can give me?
Because he's been doing this the longest, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, first thing you want to do is, it really helps, and I'll tell you why I say this. For sure, get into auctions. It's fun. It requires a little time, very little prep. Just make sure you're bringing the best of what you can bring. But set up a system where the customers bid, buy, and pay. And I'll tell you why. Because when you have that process in play, you get the payment within, let's say, 15, 20 minutes. You can have a separate device ready to check in and do live real-time payment checks. And what that does is it allows you to ship out the next day or two. Like today's Monday, I just had an auction on Saturday. Half or 3/4 of the stuff that were purchased are going out today. And that's the thing, is you want to keep that tight system so that, I don't have anything against people who invoice. It's okay. It works for them. But Gary and I, we recommend, we almost demand that if you want to buy something in our auction, it's bid, win, pay. And that way the system is tight. Things are rolling. The one thing Gary and I are just scared to death about is being in a chat somewhere and somebody saying, hey, Tom, where's my package? Hey, did you ship my package? Well, guess what? 2 days after the auction, you got a shipping notification. Right. So that's out. So you want to try to limit any concerns or worries on the client side. So that's one of the biggest tips I can give you.
Exactly. Also, Bemos, she does auctions as well, and I know she's been doing it for a while. So tell them how you do yours.
Okay, we do, Melanie and I and Marion, we all do invoicing. So unlike Tom, we don't require the payment right away. We do invoicing. One of the reasons that we don't do an auction on Wednesday is so that we can take the auctions from Monday, Tuesday, have them invoice, ship on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday. The other thing that we do that some of our customers really like is, if it's a regular that's in all of our auctions, if they request us to hold it for the week and then ship out on Saturday so that they can buy more, we will do that. Like I said, we have a pretty tight group, and Melanie and I don't have problems with people paying for the most part.
Yeah.
And, like I said, they can choose to do it, 2 days and then a ship, 2 days and then a ship, or an all week.
Right. I also want to say, Tom, Roy made a comment in reference. He agrees with Tom. Before you start doing auctions, you want to make sure you have your plan in place. Mm-hmm. How are you going to accept payments? Because there's so many ways that somebody can pay you.
Right.
Yeah.
And for example, I know in Tom and Gary's auctions, and I know in January House has his auctions, you pay immediately within the time of you before you bid on another item.
Right.
Again, everybody works. It depends on how often you go to that auction. Everybody does it different. Like for me, when I do auctions, I do have my co-hosts that come on. One does it where they invoice every Tuesday. One does it every Monday because they do multiple auctions during the week. It all depends on your plan of what you want to do for your business, for your customers. So you definitely want to make sure you have your payment in plan. Are you going to do invoices? Are you wanting to pay it automatically? What platforms that you're going to use for payments? Those are things. And of course, shipping. You want to make sure you do ship out immediately because there are some people who, again, will call or ask you ahead of time, which I do it myself. If somebody reaches out to me and says, look, I would love to auction and buy stuff from your auction, but I don't get paid till next Tuesday or next Monday. Is there any way I can hold it off and still pay you when the invoice comes in? I have never had a problem. Again, I do mine different than anyone else, but do what's best for you.
Right.
Always tweak it. Doesn't mean it has to be etched in stone kind of thing.
Yeah.
But again, if somebody comes and asks you to work with them, I do because I've never had a problem. The worst thing you want to do is have an auction and then you go into somebody's chat and they're not getting their stuff or they're not getting their invoice. And then they come in and start asking in chats because they will do it.
Yeah,
be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. You want to make sure you have everything. Like Misty, she does her auctions as well. Question on pay immediately. How does shipping come into play? Tom, that would be you because y'all do that.
Yeah, that's a pretty simple answer. It's obviously when you get a payment and it's for goods and services, the address and email information is right there. So if everything jives, the correct payment has been issued, I go right to my PayPal. Once I pack, weigh, and get the package ready, I go right to my PayPal shipping, find the person. If I use PayPal, fine. If not, I'll move it over to Pirate Ship. And I got my Rollo thermal label printer. I've thrown ink out the window, and I don't buy and cut. I don't use scissors a lot in my office anymore, like I used to a long time ago. That's over with. You buy a Rollo printer that's thermal label, it's done, and I just love it. Like I said,
I also want to say hello and welcome to Cameron, and also Flipping Good Crazy. Put your link in the chat because I didn't know you did auctions. I didn't think any more people knew about my channel existed. That's a great way for you to make sure you put your link in the chat. Set your reminders because I didn't even know you did that many auctions and how you do yours. Again, I know who you are. Duh.
I know who she is.
I just realized the name. I saw the picture, her face. Yeah, I know you are. And again, everybody does it differently. And some people will tell you when you start an auction, you want to make sure you even have it in your descriptions. Make sure you let them know. Check the descriptions, but this is how we do auctions. Right. You can also do where some people just do it buy it now. I've seen some people who do a pre-recorded video. They will then tell you, this is number one. This is what this is. Here's number two. This is what this is, or A, B, whatever. And then in the video, as they're watching it and they're buying, you can go into the chat itself and say, sold to you, this how much. And everybody does it different, but you may want to go ahead and watch different channels that do different auctions different ways and see what might work for you, depending on the items that you're bringing in. I've seen it done many ways. Good morning, hello, and welcome, Bama in the house. Anybody else have any comments or questions on the auction?
I will say I haven't gotten the Rollo printer yet, and the only reason I have it is because when I bought my HP printer, I have free ink for lifetime. It was a promotion that they did.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's automatically hooked up to the internet on Wi-Fi. And so HP actually monitors my printer. And I don't even have to request it. They just send me new ink.
Man.
Now, Glenn makes a good statement. Try to make sure you can maybe go on on one of their shows as a guest.
Yes.
Try it out and see if it's something you like.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great tip, actually.
Because if not, then you won't know if you like it or not until you try.
Yeah, because they'll be flying the plane, and all you really have to do is just show an item and accept the bids, and then all the rest is pretty elementary. But that's true.
Justin from Flipping Accounting. Hello, good morning, and welcome. It's Monday morning, so I'm hitting a Starbucks to work. Well, that's great to hear. I can tell you an auction may be faster selling than Macari. And
let me ask you this question. When you guys are mentioning auctions, what platforms? I wasn't really referring to eBay auctions. I was talking about like legitimate, like you have a bunch of items that you're trying to auction at once. Can you kind of go into like what platforms you use?
You do StreamYard, set
StreamYard.
it up, and go live.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do every Wednesday the Hump Day auction, and occasionally once a month I will do, or depending on if I'm when I'm wanting to do more. Like right now, I'm getting some things ready because I'm gonna be doing a buy it now pop up, and when I do those, it's open to anyone who wants to come on. When I do those pop ups, I basically put the link in. If you want to come on, we'll rotate you as they come on. If you have 3 items, 4 items,
so you do it like a video almost like a live stream video.
Yeah, it's
like
a
we're doing
live
here.
video.
Just like we're doing here. What would happen is, for example, I'm only gonna give you an example. For example, say you're in there, we got 4 people. And it's your turn to auction. I'm going to start with Tom because Tom was the last one.
We can do an auction right now.
If you want it. So what I would do is, for
Who
example,
wants this Chucky Pop autograph, baby? 200.
It's, for example, instead of us all being together like this, I would have that person live and up front. This is that person's time. They get to show their items. And then when they're done, I'll go to the next person.
Right.
They do their thing. And then when it's your turn, you would bring up the items you want to auction and so on and so forth. And that's basically how a lot of people do it.
Right.
And that's how I do my auctions. Every Wednesday we have the set guest or co-host. Now coming on I'll talk to you more about this after the show. But I do usually every now and then need to have an extra that comes on because maybe one of my co-hosts has something planned previously. I'll bring somebody in for that spot. But when I do a pop-up, usually it's for anybody who wants to come in. I'll have the link in the chat, and as they come on, I will keep rotating everyone in that line as they come in to be able to show as many items as you want. But usually it's 3 at a time. That gives you a chance to make sure you keep your notes together because it's important. Have some little sticky notes because if somebody's bought something, write it on a sticky note. Who bought it and how much? What did the auction in for? Be on the lookout for if you're doing $2 increments up to 50, $5 after 50, and $10 after 100. You have those for that reason. So that way, if everybody's bidding, they're going to know what the next bidding increment is.
And there's plenty of examples.
Now, go ahead.
No, I was just saying there was plenty of examples for Toby to go check out. There's a lot of content for sure.
Definitely.
Just pick a lane and whatever is comfortable for you. And then, like I said, I think the comment was it's a pretty valuable one. Is just go on as a guest, maybe on your first couple, and that'll be real.
That's one way how not only to get your feet wet and so to say, get your foot in the door for that.
Right.
But I'm saying right now, a lot of times when you're doing auctions, if they don't know who you are, they won't bid from you until they see some things have happened. Some people will buy for you, and I've done it many a times myself. I've paid for some things just to kind of test the waters. Or I'm gonna be honest with you, when I go into a first time going in a chat that somebody's doing an auction I don't know or haven't bought from or haven't watched a video, I will be in the chat not saying a word. I will see what's in the chat because I've seen a lot of channels that I've gone to where in the chat they're complaining they never got their item, they never got the invoice. Where's my stuff? Why are you why are you auctioning it off again? That's ways you can learn about certain people. Not saying that it's wrong or right. I'm just saying that's the way they're doing their auction. So you might want to check on that because that's what I do. That may not work for you, but that's what works for me. Again, I've had messed up sometimes where I thought everything was okay. I'll purchase from people. I've had some bad buys. I don't buy from them again. But it's one of the things you do have to learn that people do need to know who you are. So that is the best thing to do is go on as a guest. That way they can go through someone instead of just by yourself.
Yeah.
Do you
I actually
an invoice for shipping separately? Tom, that's your answer. Usually, if you have a buy it now, or you pay as you buy, not as a buy it now, but as an auction they buy. The question is, do you still send them an invoice for shipping separately?
No,
because you do yours
because all of our stuff is free shipping.
Yeah,
99% of the goods we sell, unless we state it, it's free shipping.
Right,
and that's the other little thing you're going to have to wrestle with. If you can find it in your cost of goods and somehow come out okay on free shipping. But now Funkos, that's maybe a whole nother deal because, Gary and I sell a variety of different things. We sell smalls, bigger things, whatever. But you're going to have to really adjust and take a look at that and see, maybe look at Pirate Ship, maybe look at, the cubic thing and see what's going to work for you. But
but you usually include it in your packaging though, or your total that you want to start a bid on, right?
Yeah, our stuff is all rolled in. We hope, right? It's a gamble. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Gary and I we've been very blessed and lucky to get to where we've gotten this far already. But I think we've got like 27 auctions under our belt now. But
wow.
It some days you lose one or two, but most of the times you're above water. just barely above water.
And another thing I need to say too with that, and this is just my experience, when you're doing an auction with somebody, you're doing it for the first time, or you're just getting your feet wet, and you are with somebody as a guest, do not take it personal if something doesn't sell.
Right.
You can show that same item in 4 different auctions in a live auction, and the 4th time somebody's going to buy it because you don't have that person in the chat that's looking for that particular item. So the best thing to do is just go on, show something else, but also always remember, if you're doing an auction, like what I do is, if anything doesn't sell or has been passed on, you're always welcome to reach out to that person who had it, because always make sure they have their email and their information to where they can turn around and purchase it and see if it's still available. Speaking of auctions, here's another one. Dawn from Two Hip Chicks. Good morning.
Hey, Dawn.
Here I am.
I will have to say that I agree with Johnny in the fact that you can show something 4 times and it won't sell till the 4th time. Because it all depends on who's in your auction, what kind of buyers you have. There are some nights when Melanie and I sell stuff that we really didn't think would sell.
Yeah.
That we didn't have too many hopes on, but you show it again and all of a sudden people are bidding like mad on it,
Right.
So it just depends. It's who's in your audience that night. And it's crazy.
You see Roman's comment, right?
I'm trying to get rid of some of these are my wife, so like she collects a lot of them. That's kind of the double-edged sword, is when you like something you sell, you try to hold on to the cooler things.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, and then also maybe as a piggyback off of Laura, it's oh gosh, now I just lost my thought. I apologize. I do that occasionally. Anyway, all right. Well, sorry. Continue. I was thinking about something else.
We've all been there.
Look at that. The auction's already.
I know what it was now. I know what it was now. So the thing is to remember. Sorry, guys. I had a senior moment there. It as much as you feel really, really comfortable in a certain niche, just remember that sometimes if you're going to do more than a few auctions, that you're going to want to branch into other areas, because what that'll do is that'll broaden your audience. If you're bringing Funkos and you've got a great Funko audience, no problem. But if you want to build a room and you want to keep the room balanced, if you're by yourself, especially if you're with a partner, that's even easier because that person will help keep the balance. Where you're selling maybe more Funko heavy stuff, so you always got to think that too.
I really diversify, like I said.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have this here because my wife was asleep. And like this usually isn't here. This is against the wall right here. So I kind of just moved this shelf so like you guys couldn't see her asleep. She's not in the room anymore. But super early, like my daughter, I'm like, I can't wake her up. So I just kind of moved this shelf here. But over there on my shelf you can't see, we got like Monster High dolls, LOL, like I have a bunch of lanterns, shoes, clothes, video games, you name it.
Wow.
You gotta have a bunch of stuff, not just Funkos. If you get this niche, you're not gonna make a lot of money reselling. You have to, that's 101 for sure.
Diversify, right?
Yeah.
And
if you don't do that, it's almost like you better know a lot of people who want that particular item.
Right.
And I think that's where Melanie and I really complement each other. She's my partner in crime 4 nights a week. And between the two of us, we can probably, if somebody puts in the chat, hey, I'm looking for this, we can probably find it.
Yeah. A good point that Bonnie was saying earlier, because she's new at this. Some people are interested in doing invoices because they want to go ahead and start buying. And for me, I don't have a problem if somebody says, like, for example, I bought from Tom and I bought from Gary and I bought from Mike in January house. But again, I will make sure in my part of it when I'm paying at that time, I will write in the note what the lot is and how much the amounts of whatever the lot may be labeled as. And that's how I use it for my part of an invoice. Now, a lot of times I like invoices because, again, I'm a reseller to where I want to know what my costs were. And then, but not everybody does it that way. Not everybody really cares. But again, it's only what works best for you and for others. Now, I've reached out. I've had Tom send me an invoice. As long as you're communicating with that person, they know who you are. They know what you got going on. You want to be honest and upfront with everybody, because if they know you, they will work with you. Not saying it has to be etched in stone that that's all the way they're going to do their auction.
Right.
But again, the best thing is to go watch some of the auctions. There's so many out there. If you go to the very top of your YouTube page and you just hit auctions on that little topics, it'll bring you everybody who's either done an auction or is doing a live at that time.
Right.
You can start checking it out.
Right. And then also I saw in the chat that, I mean, if somebody wants to accumulate, let's say they're in the auction for the duration of the auction and they accumulated maybe 4 lots, by all means. I mean, if you're a known buyer, sure, we can wait until the end of the auction when you're done buying and you go ahead and make your bulk payment and list all the lots. Absolutely. I think, like I said, Johnny hit it on the head. He said, if you have a good balance and a good, understanding of how everything's going and it works. It works when you're working with people. That's what matters.
Misty says, "Why you haven't tested my waters? I got some before."
Johnny, you're being called out.
I watch your videos, and if there's things I'm not interested in, or I don't know, I've gotten a package from you already.
It's on the defensive now. You got him on the defensive.
I got to watch what I say sometimes. Wow.
Like, careful.
And another thing, a lot of times I will go watch auctions, and there's just things I'm not interested in, or I know I won't resell for me. Because some things that may sell for you in your area may not resell for me in my area. So that's another thing.
That's so true. Yeah.
And you got to watch it because, again, there's so many things that people are auctioning off. It could be from somebody buying out a house or estate sale or storage unit. But again, it's not saying that it's not a good thing. It's just some things may not work in certain areas. So,
and I think I'm one of the unique ones. I actually do a lot of handmade items.
Mm. Yeah.
So, what I've kind of gone down to, because at first I did everything, and I have just gotten to the point where I do handmade items. I'm in the comic realm now.
Mm-hmm.
I do very specific things. I only buy mainly buy, I should say, horror comics,
okay,
off the wall kind of comics.
Right.
That
I love comics. They're so fun. If you can buy comics, I would say some people will sell them to you in like a bulk collection.
Mm-hmm.
I know a dude. I live in Spartanburg, South Carolina, so like I kind of live in it's a very growing area, right? And people are constantly selling stuff that you never know of. And this dude he sells at the flea market. He bought like 2,000 comics for like $300.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he sells them all for $1, and I'm just like, man. I actually bought
that's
this one.
crazy. I would love to go through his stuff. And
Roy has a comment here for you. Pull back the Funkos, and we'll all get to crash there. It's like you crashed there.
The back of this shelf is completely fell off. It's literally right here. It fell off when I was moving it. I was like, Jesus.
Yes, sawdust furniture.
And I think where there's so many different comments. And again, when you're doing an auction, you want to make sure you know your products. You want to know that you definitely are organized. Because I've seen a lot of auctions where it look like they just put it together. There's no organization whatsoever. And that shows in your videos when somebody's buying from you or you want them to buy from you. So there's some great points in the chat about making sure you know your person, organized. You want to make sure you know your product. You want to be organized enough that wife and maiden.
No, that's what someone said something with the shelf, and I was like, she basically forced it upon me to do it.
So everyone in the chat, don't forget to put your links in the chat, especially if you're doing auctions, and that way you can go back, Toby, and check out some of these channels. For those who are in here all the time, we got a lot of people who do auctions.
Yeah.
That way you can check out their channels, get to know them, and get to see what they do, how they do it. And again, every person is different, but that's what works for them. So you may want to check and see what would it be best that works for you, put something together. But again, always make sure you go and get into someone else's chat with as a guest to start off.
Yeah,
with.
for sure.
And don't be afraid to try it because it might not work, but you learn from it, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
Also, my mom. I don't know if my mom's in this chat, but she bought a bunch of like 1940s cameras for like at an auction, and I was like, you need to get on one of these shows or these panels and try to sell some of that stuff. But I definitely look forward to it. I I think
Okay,
auctions could be definitely another way to make some more money. You know what I mean?
Yep.
For sure.
Well, and it's even, unlike Tom, who does absolutely instant, it is more instant gratification because you're going to get paid normally a lot sooner than you would if you were
Of course,
listing on
yeah.
eBay and
Yeah, and I'm sorry, let me interrupt real quick. And
No,
no
go ahead.
back end stuff, no nonsense.
Right.
Right.
Other
Yeah.
little thing that you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Laura.
No, that's exactly it right there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that instant gratification kind of thing.
I like what Miss Bella just put in here. She says, I'm old school. I like to go in the store, but I respect everyone voices and choices. And that's true. You have to respect that person.
Yep.
But again, you have to find out what is that fine line? What would work for you? What would work for the customers? And again, every auction's different. It doesn't mean that it's right or it's wrong. Everyone who was part of the marathon, good job. It was fun watching different sellers for different people coming in.
Right.
Yeah, that was a big thing that happened this weekend. I didn't get to catch it because when I was away this weekend, when I say away, meaning I got all my things done like I wanted, I had a schedule. My videos were done, my thumbnails were done, my listing was done, but I had to stay away, but only watch those that I had on a watch list. It's hard sometimes, but you got to do what you can to make your day go smooth.
Right. That was my mom.
Alley Cat, hello, and welcome. Is that your mom?
Yeah, it is. That's crazy.
Yep, she's been in here before because she's got a ranch. So welcome.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
I think because she's come in and told me.
She was telling me someone was, I think it was Leroy, was talking crap about the Cleveland Browns, baby. Someone was talking crap, and she's like, there's some Cleveland people now. I was like, no way.
Yeah, she was in the chat before, and she told us who she was. You're right. That's why she's got the ranch.
I'm sorry. What is your mom's name?
Alice.
Alice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Alley Cat. That's cool.
Yeah.
Got a name
that is
tattooed on
cool.
me. My first tattoo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, don't forget to put
I was
your
just a little boy. I was like 17.
Don't forget to put your links in the chat for your channels. That way, this chat does go up with the videos when it goes live on the channel. That way, if you miss it while we're live, you can go back and get anybody's links that you missed. Because there's a lot of times that the chat does go really fast. So make sure you do check out links, save them, or come back and watch it and get them in the chat. That way you can check out. And then again, support the others that are in the chat with us. Instant payment, no hassles. You're right about that. Horizon Picks has a full live auction, full panel. That's
Past my bedtime, guys.
Me
I want to
too.
be there, but it's past my bedtime.
That is the only thing. Sometimes I am able to stay up late, but not all the time. Lord,
If I may say, if I'm up this early,
I know. Yeah, but you were
I've done it. I'll
you're in
try.
shades and a hat. God knows what your eyes look
y'all
like.
can make you can make 8 o'clock just for
God knows what your eyes look like.
20 minutes.
I am here for all.
I'm just playing with you, Don.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and that's another thing. Always check out others' channels. You may learn something. When you're buying stuff from other people, you want to make sure that when you're buying this, especially if it's depending if it's for your own collection or you want to resell it, that's what you want to look at too when you're going into some of these auctions. Cameron, don't start. The season hasn't started.
All right, fine.
I think Anytime Picker is a Browns
Oh, here we
fan.
go.
I think the other
All
guy
right,
is a
I
Steelers
got
fan.
bags.
No, Tom. Take them off again, Tom.
I got these terrible bags.
Yeah, no, make it big.
You
Johnny.
got what?
No, don't.
Oh my God, you're right.
Look, Tom. That means that we can see you at your worst and your best.
I'm
There
telling
you
you.
go. That's right.
I might have to start wearing makeup or
If
something.
we don't love you with baggy eyes, we're not going to love you at all.
That's right.
Oh, there
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My favorite Funko I have right here, Nick Chubb, baby. You guys probably don't know who he is, but he's a beast.
That's
No, I
Nick
don't.
Chubb.
Starting price?
Not for sale.
I can see what it is.
Come on,
It's Nick Chubb.
everything
That is.
Everything.
Roman
has
says,
price.
"Go Browns, go Browns, go Browns," and Ali says, "Yes, go Browns."
Well, we're taking over this whole panel, dude. Let's go. That's funny.
Good morning, Virginia.
Worst
How are you
helmets,
doing? Good to
though.
see you.
Worst
boy.
helmets ever. They just don't have any, just brown.
I know who he is. I don't.
Chubbs is a bum. Ooh.
What? I was going to say, you're crazy.
Well, I have to say, y'all, it's Go Saints all the way for me. So y'all can
My
say
brother's a
all the
Saints
teams.
fan. Who would have thought? He's from Cleveland. He's a.
Yeah.
Hey, I got you a Drew Brees right here, baby.
No, you don't. You do. And that's exclusive
Who's the
from
older
Cookie.
one?
That's Toys R Us.
Yeah, he's worth it.
They're not around anymore.
Maybe
Wow.
I'll have to do a giveaway. Maybe
Yeah.
to a lucky Saints fan who has a YouTube channel.
Praise report. Bring rent back by a member of the choice.
Sorry, I'm
Praise
Bears.
report. Back rent paid. That is awesome, Virginia. Thank God. That's great to hear. That is awesome. But I love the
I thought she said back rent paid by Macari. I was like, what?
No, from a church. From a church. That is awesome. Now, also, don't forget to keep in your thoughts and prayers for those who don't mind doing prayers and thoughts for people. You have Paul from Paul Antonelli, his wife Sandy. They're dealing with their sickness with the COVID. I just found this out this morning. I know they were sick and not feeling well. Also, there's Adam and his wife, and anyone else who may need prayers and thoughts. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers for all week because with Julia from Perfecting Pros is having a jaw surgery this Wednesday.
Wow.
So keep them in your thoughts and prayers for those to have speedy recoveries, knowing that they are get well soon. You know.
Sure.
Yes. So, what you have going on your channel this week, Dawn? I saw you had the thumbnails ready.
I got my thumbnails up this morning. Remember, I have this on my sticky note on my desk just for such an emergency.
That is
I'm
awesome.
terrible. I'm terrible putting thumbnails up, but every Tuesday and Thursday, we have a show at noon Eastern time where Mary and I sit and talk to people in the chat and talk about all sorts of things. Last week, we talked about movies of all things. So your favorite movies, whatever, what you watch, what you don't watch. But yeah, come by and check us out. We threw the links up a few times, so go ahead and come see us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Other than that, I'm on hiatus from the Haladala.
And you never know when you come out with another giveaway.
And that's true, too.
Yeah.
And I'm working on some other videos, too, but, they're slow coming.
Right. So, yeah, if you have anything special going on, make sure you put it in the chat. That way everybody can make and send their reminders. Don't forget tomorrow I do have all this week. I will be having Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I do have some premieres that will be coming out. I will premiere all these videos. The one tomorrow at 2:00 is when I met up the second half of the day with Brandon, Lego Man of the Midwest, and the meetup I did with Angie from Dayton Valley Deals.
Ooh.
Thursday at 2:00 p.m. That premiere will be of me interviewing and in the shop over at Pete's, over at the
it's Craigslist Hunter.
Craigslist Hunter. Pete. I also had a small interview with him, and one thing I like about it is the topic we had was something that I was glad I was able to ask him because I hear a lot of people talking about it after the meetup they did in Cincinnati. And so this way you get to hear his thoughts of a specific question I asked him because of what was going on at that time. So definitely check that. That would be Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. That will be
cool. I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm finishing up that one as well. Anyone need to have a shout out? There you go. There's his information. Good morning. Good morning, Alexis. How are you doing? Good to see you, Lexi.
Hey.
Panel voice texting, so I can't read the chat. Sorry to hear that. Yes, don't forget tonight is at Bingo at 5:00. It is free to play, and you win prizes. Where is Angie this morning? I'm not sure. She was in the chat earlier.
Yeah, she was in here earlier.
Yeah. Dawn, just don't pick a number from 1 to 500 again.
That was a cluster. Let me tell you.
That was crazy.
Thank you.
1 to 500?
No, we did I can't remember. It was 1 to 75 or something, and then we just sat. Mary decided that okay, we just look for the number in the chat, not pick a number and then if it's close to without going over. No, we're just looking for the number. Well, that chat went.
Ooh, yes, it did.
My Lord.
And we had to go back later and look it up to find out who won. And actually, Paul won. So that was cool. But there's a bunch of consolation prizes going out, too. So
yeah. Edwards, it's great to have you in the show. And what I do every morning is a different guest. I usually do the first hour with that guest. And then I open the chat for anybody who would like to come on. If you're interested in wanting to promote and showcase your channel, I do have a few dates left this month. You can reach out to me on any of my social media pages. I do have, like I said, a few this month that are available. If you have not yet checked it out, send me a message letting me know. I will then let you know what dates are available, and then I can have you on that morning. We can showcase your channel and also promote you, let everybody know about you, questions and answers kind of thing. But we do this every day, Monday through Friday. Every Monday, I do the 5 o'clock bingo fun night on this channel. It's free to play. You pick 5 numbers, 1 through 75. You put them in the chat. You write them down. Those are your numbers for the night. And then you win when your number comes up. And you can win multiple times, not just once. And then every Wednesday, I have the Hump Day auction. That is every Wednesday. Now, this week, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Every Wednesday, the Hump Day auction starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, you checked out the new time and date every Wednesday. So, yep. Oh, look at that. James already got his bingo numbers in the chat.
Yeah, the eBay, the bingo I was playing last time, and I was getting robbed. Like, I was 1 number away every time. I was getting robbed, man. You know what? I'm getting off this, man.
Dina steals my numbers and throws them away. I'm convinced.
I had the worst numbers. I was like 1, 2,
And what I
7.
like about the reason we do the bingo for 2 reasons. One, it's getting away from all the reselling, all the way from eBay, all that stuff, and just you come in and have fun with everybody in the chat.
It is super fun, actually,
and it's a way to relax and wind down for the first Monday of the first day of the week, and everybody seems to like it, and it's fun. Please put Dawn's link in the chat, please. Dawn, go ahead and put your link in the chat again, please.
Okay.
James has been popping links in the chat for like Edwards and everybody else in the chat, so check it out.
James just did it anyway. Thank you,
There
James.
you go. Look at that. He's getting quick on these.
I know.
There's a link for. I put the link in for tomorrow's show, so we got it one way or the other.
Flipping Crazy, can you put your link in the chat as well? There it is. So that way everyone can check out each other's channel. And if you're looking for a particular channel and you missed it and it went way up in the chat already, just ask for it in the chat and either James or that person can put it in the chat for you. Now, remember, the show is all about promoting a person's channel, especially when somebody's like in that next tier of a level they're trying to reach. And so one of the things about us in the morning is we try to make sure we get them to that reach of that platform they want, they're trying to reach. So definitely check it out. Help each other out. Adam does it. I was just his guest last Wednesday, so if you missed that interview, that is on his channel. There's his link.
Yeah, I'm trying to sub to everyone on my phone, but it's kind of a lot.
And again, you can always go back when the channel goes up with the chat, because I do make sure it goes up with the chat, with the live, so that way you can go back and check it out if you missed it. So what I'm going to do is the numbers are going down, and this is when I usually get to bring the show to an end. And so what I want to do before we do that, don't forget to put your links in the chat. Don't forget to help each other out and sub to them and check out their channels, especially if you're looking for certain particular content. Check them out. Go watch their channels. Make a comment in their videos. Watch a video here and there. Put a thumbs up. Give them comments or even a bell to notify you get when they have a new video coming out. Adam, don't forget to put your link to the event you having coming up for your wife. That is something they're doing. So there it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Dawn, and we'll go around everybody, and please let everybody know about your channel, what you have special going on, and anything you want to talk about your channel at this point. So we'll go with Dawn first.
Right. Don't you love it when he does that? It makes you big, and you're just like,
yes.
Cindy Brady.
A deer in the headlights.
Cindy Brady.
Yeah, that's the look you get. No, so Tuesdays and Thursdays, noon, on Two Hip Chicks channel. Mary and I, it's noon Eastern time. So, West Coast, you guys are going to get there early, whatever. We would show for an hour, just kind of yakking about things. And we talk about reselling, but we talk about like life and everything else and what's going on. So come by, check us out, grab a sandwich, stop in.
All right. Then we got Tom.
All right. Again, good morning, everyone. I'm Tom Cruise. I'm out in the Bay Area of California. It's early here, but that's quite all right. All y'all are worth it. I hope one day you can join Westside Gary and I on our auctions, 5 p.m. West Coast time. That's 8 p.m. your time if you're on the East Coast. I do content on my channel. I did a really cool video where I introduced everybody to my rockin' cool father who does Ford Mustangs and racing stuff. And it was a cool video because I got to showcase my dad for the first time. But anyway, I'm Tom Cruise, and I enjoy being here, and I hope y'all have a great day.
Also, he is the featured channel for this week. So if you haven't checked out the community page, every Friday morning I do put a new channel up. And Tom Cruise is the featured channel for this week. So go check it out if you haven't got his link and get him on his subscription to his channel. I really enjoyed that Mustang video with your daddy. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Okay, Lori, your turn.
Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Melanie and I do auctions on Tuesday and Friday, we include Marion in that. And we always welcome guests. All you got to do is email myself or Melanie, and we will definitely book you and get you on.
Always make sure you reach out to him. Again, it's rotating between her channel and, if you don't mind, put in Melanie's channel as well, being y'all rotate.
You got it.
All right, go ahead, Toby. Let everybody know about your channel and what you got going on.
All right, basically, I try to put out 2 videos every week. I always say Tuesdays and Thursdays, but if you know me, it's probably Wednesday and Saturday. Just hitting you with that. Like, a lot of my videos are kind of like vlog type styles, like me and my wife and my kids. But I am a reseller, and I feel like a lot can be learned if you watch my channel, as well as if you want to be in any of my videos. If you have Instagram, message me. You don't even have to sub to the channel. I'll just put you in there. Like, for example, I know Adam had something. He said something with his wife.
Yes.
If you have Instagram, go ahead and try to. He sent me a link. I'll show you guys. Make sure if you have on Instagram, he'll message you. Try to share that link. I'll be putting in my video. But yeah, really, I'm just trying to grow the channel and just have fun, man. 2 videos, Tuesdays and Thursdays, generally speaking, and yeah. I mean, I look forward to it. Also, I'm gonna be on a podcast. It's Reseller podcast. That may be on Instagram as well. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to message me, Instagram is the way to go. That's the best way to reach me.
Yeah. There you go. And what is your name on Instagram?
It's the same as my YouTube channel, Upstate Pickers.
There you go. Cool. So she's driving. All right, so please don't forget to drop your links in the chat before you leave. If you have anything special coming up, make sure you do drop those in the chat. That way everybody can set their reminders. To stay there, subscribe. Don't forget the video does go back up live on the channel with the chat. So that way if you come back and you miss a channel of someone, you can always come back and get it. Also, don't forget, when I do the morning show, the first person in the chat gets a pie point. And then at the end of the month, including the lives, whether it's a pre-recorded, whether I'm doing the community page or if I'm doing the actual video that is uploaded, if you're first to comment on those, you get a pie point. At the end of the month, I do 4 drawings with 4 different flavors of moon pies with a 12-count box. So that's what those points go get you for, and then you get up in the wheel to do the drawing with that. I will come on following you as a Steelers fan. Okay.
He's talking to me for sure.
All right. So with that being said, thank y'all so much. Again, after the show has ended, if you want to come on and be part of the back panel to have some conversations, the link is still at the top. You're more than welcome to join us after the show ends. We do have some maybe conversations back in the background. So you're more than welcome to join us. The link is at the top. And as I say before, in each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. We'll talk after the show.
Bye. Bye.